Hello there. This story is named The Skylight Room, written by O. Henry, the American author. It is set in New York City in the late 1920s, at the very onset of the Great Depression. Mrs. Parker has a rooming house, a small brownstone. When you come looking for a room, you're first shown the two ground floor double parlors, which are $12 a week. When you say that you're neither a doctor nor a lawyer, you're reluctantly taken to the first floor, where you're shown the rooms with ensuite bathrooms. $8 a week. If you say that that is too costly for you, you're taken to the even upper floor, where you come to a room which is occupied with Mr. Kidder, who is typing away at a play, unpublished. He hasn't paid his rent. The moment a room hunter comes to see the room, Mr. Kidder pays something on his rent. If you're still standing on one foot, Mrs. Parker bellows, "Clara!" Her colored maid comes and ushers you up the last flight of stairs, not stairs actually, carpeted ladder, to the attic. It's a 7 foot by 8 foot small cubicle with two storerooms on either side. In the middle of the attic stands an iron cot with a washstand and a chair. A shelf acts as a dresser. The walls close in on you as if in a coffin. Your hands go to your throat and you look up and you smile. There is a skylight and the blue infinity stares down at you. One day, Miss Leeson came room hunting. She was given the entire tour by Mrs. Parker. Soon, the tocsin call of "Clara" announced to the world the sad state of Miss Leeson's finances. Clara ushered Miss Leeson up the stairs to the attic. Miss Leeson sank wearily into the cot and looked up. "I'll take it," she said. Miss Leeson had a large typewriter. She went every day in the morning from office to office, collecting notes written by hand. She brought them home, transcribed them on her typewriter, and took them back to deliver the next morning. On evenings when she didn't have sufficient work, she sat down on the steps of the stoop with the other roomers, and they chatted. The gentlemen roomers all surrounded her. The lady roomers sat separately, sniffed, and said, "Well, really. Look there. That's Billy Jackson," she said. "That's that star. No, not the one that's twinkling, the blue one, which is shining steadily. You can see him from my room. You can't see much from my room, but you can see Billy Jackson. You see, my room is somewhat like a coal shaft. You know, when you're down inside a well, you can see the stars even during daylight." Miss Leeson actually didn't belong in the Skylight Room. She was a jolly girl, of light-hearted, with fanciful mind. Gradually, as days went by, her work gradually grew less and less, till it stopped altogether. She went from office to office. There was no work. She was met with cold refusals everywhere. That day, She came back in the evening at the time when she came back every day. It's only that day she hadn't had any dinner, just as she hadn't had any dinner the previous day either. She somehow dragged herself up to her room. She hadn't had the energy to even switch on the light or undress. She lay down on the squeaky bed. She looked up. "Goodbye, Billy Jackson," she said. "You shone down on me when everywhere else there was only darkness. Goodbye, Billy Jackson." Next day in the morning, at 10 o'clock, Clara found the door locked. She opened it and called the ambulance. The ambulance doctor came and met Mrs. Parker. When he heard the Skylight Room, he took the stairs two at a time and soon came down with the slender form of Miss Leeson draped on his shoulder. "Drive like the Dickens, Wilson," he shouted to the driver and hopped into the ambulance. Next day, there was a small item in the Times. Byline: the East Side General Hospital. Received today, Miss Elsie Leeson of 49 something East Street in severe condition of debility arising out of acute malnutrition. Dr. William Jackson, the attending physician, says that the patient will recover. A happy ending to the story. But did you notice the play on the name of the doctor? Typical O. Henry finish. Please post a comment to the story, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you can. It's free. Thank you so much.